Hello, we are still in a sideways market, except we can identify the breakouts like the Google breakout. So the market right now, as you can see, is in a very lethargic sideways trading. And it's been that way for the last few months where it comes up a little bit, goes back down a little bit, not uh, producing any long-term situations, having to use these type of moves to take some short-term trading. But as you can see, the Dow has drifted back. Stochastics aren't really showing any strength. Came back to test the T-line. The only index that's really showing any strength is the NASDAQ, which is now trading above this little breakout level. But notice the nature. It's doji, so it's not real enthusiastic. However, that at least tells us there's no selling in the NASDAQ. Whoops, that's not what we want. That we can see these type of patterns. People were asking whether it's time to buy Google in here. It wasn't time to buy Google until it broke out through the 109 level. But you could see the pattern that was setting up that would lead to that breakout. Same scenario on Amazon. This is a high probability breakout situation, the bobble breakout, where it came up and failed in the 200 area, pulled back. You can see the rounding bottom. And then when they gap up through the 200, that tells you the next wave is in progress. So even though the overall markets, or a lot of the stocks, most of the stocks in the indexes are just trading sideways, you can still identify which ones are getting the most influence. Same thing on Netflix. You can see the indecisive trading right here at the 50. Now you've got kind of a bullish double doji sandwich. That tells us there's a good prospect that wave 3 will be the same way magnitude as wave 1. So you definitely watch this level to see what happens once it gets up in this area. So we want to go after the chart patterns that produce the highest probability of not only upward trading, but strong upward trading. MGNI reported very good earnings. They broke out through this basing resistance level, gapping up. And anytime you see that gap up, especially coming off a candlestick signal, there was your kind of your little best friend breakout confirmation. So when we recommend things, it's based on there is a new investor sentiment built into that chart. So these are what we train people how to look for these type of situations where there's been a major change of investor sentiment. Same thing on the downside, as we saw in Domino's. That big bearish engulfing signal after their earnings usually implies this type of price move. And when you have that type of price move, that is where you can put on your best option strategies to take advantage of that downtrend. So anytime we see a potential sell signal, like a bearish best friend, this is the expectation of the price move. So we're going to be doing a training on Saturday, May 20th, where we're kind of utilizing my 45 years of experience in trading candlesticks to kind of show the different signals and patterns that are not necessarily things that everybody recognizes, but just gives you some additional information as to which direction a price may move, not only which direction it may move, but which ones have the strongest price move forces in one direction or the other. So come join us. They're not expensive. You get a lot more than your money's worth in these type of trainings. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.